We have another Black woman that has been refused medical care and was kicked out of the hospital in active labor, forcing her to give birth to her baby on the side of the road just 8 minutes after nurses wheeled her out of the hospital. This happened at Francescan Health in Crown Point, Indiana. According to the woman's husband, hospital staff refused to admit his wife, claiming that she hadn't progressed past 3 centimeters, and sent her away despite visible pain and distress. With no medical help, the baby was delivered in the family's truck just 8 short minutes after being kicked out of the hospital. This video shows hospital staff wheeling the woman out of the building minutes before she delivered the baby in the family's truck on the side of the highway. And in this video, you can hear the woman's mother say that her daughter was being kicked out of the hospital in active labor.
My daughter is being kicked out of this hospital and she's in active labor.
Here is a photo of mom and baby taken shortly after the baby was born. Thankfully, they are both healthy.
Hey y'all, so this is fairly new. So if y'all haven't heard, there has been another Black woman who was just kicked out of a hospital, who was in active labor, who just gave birth to her baby in the car. I need y'all to know that nobody's coming to fight our battle for us. Nobody's going to protect us if we don't protect ourselves. I need Black women to see these videos going viral, and I need Black women to stop getting pregnant now. I'm a Black woman, so I'm speaking specifically to Black women. All women are in danger right now in this country, but specifically Black women. We have been getting ignored. We have been getting taken out in these hospitals. It's been all kind of medical malpractice. And if y'all follow Cynthia G, she's been saying for a little bit now that Black women should have went to the Supreme Court and fought this and started a class action lawsuit. I have no idea how to do that. I don't know, but I'm going to start looking into it. If anybody else is looking into it, let me know, but I'm going to look into it. I'm done having my babies, but y'all should not be having kids right now. Like, we are in a hostile environment. As Black women, you are behind enemy lines almost everywhere you go right now. Like, our celebrity millionaires, billionaires, people that have money have not built hospitals for us to be safe in. I don't even hear them talking about these cases, but even if they are, they have billions to build hospitals to build hospitals with. Jay-Z and Beyonce just went and bought property and land in the UK. Oprah is buying property and land everywhere, going to Africa and helping schools over there. Nobody's trying to buy land for us to be safe on and trying to do anything. Everybody's just talking about the racism, but nobody is actually putting money into our community. We don't even have communities. So I'm going to get into these videos and what happened with this lady, and I just need Black women to just know that you are in danger and to realize that you are not safe. You do not have a group of men who are protecting you or who even care to protect you. I've heard more videos of what they want to do to you once the system finally collapses than what they're willing to do to protect you. These Black women are being like so passive and recording and not just acting a plumb fool in these hospitals. I'm not saying that would help, but y'all need to start acting a plumb fool. There's no way that mother should have let them roll her daughter out and have a baby in a car. Like, no way. I would have been in jail. I probably would have been in jail, both of them, if that was my daughter. So I'm going to get into these videos, y'all, and I will talk to y'all later.
I have seen 2 fucking videos of pregnant Black women at a hospital being refused care or being neglected while they are actively in fucking labor. And if the people who are recording these situations weren't there, we would have never fucking known about it. But amongst the Black fucking community, and especially Black women, we know this shit happens every fucking day. Hence the fucking Black women mortality rate when giving birth. And both of these women literally gave birth minutes after these videos had been recorded. Literally. And what's crazy to me is They're clearly in distress. They're clearly experiencing labor pains. Because if the shit was just easy peasy, lemon squeezy like a goddamn menstrual cramp, they wouldn't be at the fucking hospital. But not only are they being neglected, their life is in danger. That baby life is in danger. They're not hooked up to anybody's machines being monitored, just ignored while they are actively in fucking labor. And this is the shit that we be fucking talking about. And I understand with the nurse, the La Krista, whatever the fuck her name is, I'm glad that she has been fired. And I'm glad that we have been on her motherfucking ass. But I want everybody to also realize that even if that was a black nurse, we would have been on her motherfucking neck, bitch. We would have been on that ass, calling the board. We want them licenses revoked. We want them license fucking revoked. Because this is what we say, biasness and racism is baked into the fucking system. You literally take classes while you're being a nurse to learn how to deal with every type of person. Every type of person. Man, woman, regardless of the fucking race. Everybody should be treated with the same type of fucking care. But this is the shit that we're met with all the fucking time. And another person had made a video and said, that bitch LaCrista would have been under the fucking jail if she did what she did to a fucking dog giving birth to puppies. And that speaks fucking volumes about being black in fucking America.
And to Harmony, the Asian lady that called black women spineless for not getting out there and marching with people who voted against our rights, who didn't care that this stuff was going on to us. This is why black women said they were resting and sitting this one out. But I don't think black women should march anymore. I think black women should head to the courts and fight this back. Collectively, black women collectively. Don't worry about what black men are doing. Don't worry about what other people are doing. If we got allies, that's fine. But black women need to collectively focus on each other and focus on fighting this together.
Crown Point, Indiana. Yet another black woman went into the ED and she was discharged, saying her labor was not progressing. And she was discharged out of the ED. So she got in the car with her husband. The labor progressed even more, and they ended up having to turn to the side of the road, get on the side of the road, and deliver their baby in the car. This black woman delivered the baby in the car because she was let out of the hospital in Crown Point, Indiana. This is what we are saying when we saying black women are not protected, and there is racism in the healthcare field when it comes to our health, especially when it comes to black women giving birth. Knowing we have a very high mortality rate, there's no rhyme or reason why this woman, her name was Mercedes, should have went and have her baby on the side of the road. Crown Point, Indiana. It is your turn for the spotlight. I hope to goodness that this wife and husband has a lawyer. She was let out of there because she was black. Let's be clear about that.
Did you know that African American women who are pregnant are more prone to stillbirths? They are more prone to preeclampsia and cardiovascular strain. African American women who are pregnant are much less likely to be listened to, have their symptoms be completely dismissed or minimalized, or get delay in treatment. Here are 3 things that I would have done as the emergency room triage nurse to make sure that this African American lady who was pregnant, delivering a child, would have gotten adequate care, felt safe, and felt that she was being heard. I can tell just by your body language that you are in pain, that the baby is probably going to be here very shortly. Do not worry, we got you. Whoa, I can tell because I'm a nurse that you are in labor. Congratulations, I know it's scary. I'm sure you're overwhelmed. I can tell that you are in a lot of pain. I'm gonna get you checked in. Hey, nurse, can you please help me get this patient a bed to lay in? Great. See how easy that was? Let's continue.
Do you have identification that I can triage you while the other nurse is helping you? Great. Wonderful. Black women are 3 to 4 times more likely to die from a childbirth related cause versus white women.
Not that we have another mom that was turned away, but this time in Indiana, her husband had to pull over on the side of the road and she had to give birth in his truck. Watch this.
Being kicked out of the hospital in active labor for being black, and her husband having to deliver their baby on the side of the road. This happened in Crown Point, Indiana, where Mercedes Wells arrived in clear distress after hours of strong contractions. Staff focused only on her dilation number, decided she wasn't progressing, and discharged her. They did not track her contractions, did not reassess her pain, and did not listen when she said something was wrong. 8 minutes after being forced out, her labor collapsed into crisis. Her husband pulled over their truck as the baby crowned, delivering their child on the roadside while Mercedes screamed through pain that should never have been managed alone. They then drove 30 more minutes to another hospital because the first one refused to treat.
So now we can't deliver babies. I mean, my tubes are tired, clipped and burnt, but my heart goes out to any woman that has to go through this, because this shit makes me want to pop off like, I don't know, y'all. It's so sad. Like, why the fuck people are so evil? And
Regardless of cervical measurements, a patient in this level of pain should have been evaluated, monitored, and treated. Pain management is part of labor care. She received none. No comfort measures, no interventions, no support. The family is demanding accountability, as they should. The hospital released a statement confirming that staff members that were involved have been placed on administrative leave pending an investigation. But the broader issue is this: Black women in labor continue to be dismissed and minimized even when their symptoms are obvious and urgent. This is part of a larger pattern in maternal health outcomes across this country. This cannot be normalized. It can't be brushed aside as miscommunication. This is preventable harm, and until hospitals take this seriously and address the bias built into these decisions, stories like this will keep repeating.
The amount of Black people who get treated a certain way by hospitals, doctors, and nurses and physicians is fucking diabolical. I just saw a video of another Black woman who went to the hospital, was in active labor, and they kicked her out the hospital, kicked her out. And 8 minutes later, she had her baby in her husband's truck. Where'd they do that at? I remember a couple months ago how a doctor posted about how people think Black women don't feel pain like everybody else. And I went straight to the comments section. And the amount of people that were like, oh, I went to the hospital for a toothache, or I went to the hospital because I twisted my ankle, and they did da-da-da-da and gave me da-da-da-da. But then let a Black woman come in the emergency room or a doctor's office and they give you some Tylenol and ibuprofen because they think we're going to be addicted to something.
8 minutes later. I need everyone to know that this is not just started happening. This has only started being recorded. This post was sent to me multiple times by my followers. So what had happened was she went to the hospital in active labor, having contractions 5 minutes apart. I can tell by the way that she is acting, she's in active labor. As a doula, I notice her going through that contraction. She is focusing on her breathing. Her breathing is faster. She is even making sounds. She's in active labor. They sent her home because her cervix wasn't making progress. 8 minutes. 8 minutes after leaving that hospital, she has her baby in the truck. This is unacceptable. Black women and women of color are 3 to 4 times more likely to not be listened to be coerced, and to die during childbirth or thereafter than white people like me. This should not be happening. This is now the second video that I have had to react to in the past few days of a Black woman not being listened to. And if those labor and delivery nurses were doing their damn job, they would know that progress doesn't always mean active labor. And so many times we have these blips in labor where there is no progress, and that is normal. This is what we call a precipitous labor, which is where it goes really, 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 really fast. She dilated from a 3 to a 10 in the matter of 8 minutes, or at least until it got down from labor and delivery to where she delivered. And no, we can't predict when someone is going to have a precipitous labor, but what we should do is we should listen. We should use our ears, use our eyes, and realize, hey, this mom is actually in pain right now. She's having consistent contractions. Just because she's not dilating doesn't mean we just send her home. This is racism. And for anyone who's going to come into my comments and be like, well, it's not racism because this happens to white people too, shut the fuck up. Shut up. This is 3 to 4 times more likely to happen to a black woman. If you are a white person and you want to go into those little comments and you want to type away that this is not a racial issue, I need you to sit down, shut up, and listen to black people, okay?
We have all collectively seen the video of that ignorant ass white nurse just staring at that mom as she was going into labor in that wheelchair. I have something even worse for you. I've already spent my morning crying. I just woke up. Let's get into it. Indiana hospital reportedly kicks out black woman in labor, forcing her to give birth on the side of the road. Reportedly, yeah, they did. There's a video of these nurses wheeling out this black mother as she cries because they believe that she was not in active labor because she had not yet dilated to 3 centimeters. This mother was telling them she is in active labor. They did not care. They did not listen to her. They did not want this woman to advocate for herself or her child. So you want to know what? She did, in fact, get wheeled out of that hospital into her car and gave birth on the side of the road with her husband and her mother in the car with her, forcing her to have to go to another hospital. By God's grace, God's hands, and God's mercy, this mother and her baby are both safe and alive still to this day. As a country, we are actively seeing the way that this health system kills black women. And I want you guys to please keep your eyes open. Please. The mom and baby were first at Franciscan Health Network Hospital of Crown Point in Indianapolis, Indiana. They have been putting babies' lives at risk and mothers' lives at risk for over a year now. And I'm going to tell you about it. So the angel box surrendering of babies across the country is supposed to be so that any mother that wants to surrender her baby to foster care can go do it without any questions being asked, without being made to feel like a terrible person. It is strictly to make sure that the safety and well-being of that child is upheld. Franciscan Health Network has not been accepting these children. They have been pretty much going in on the mothers, asking them a million questions, which is against the law, making our fire stations and our firefighters the safest place for women to surrender their babies. If you were mad, if you were in an uproar because of the woman that was in labor, in active labor in front of nurses, I want you to be, you more than should be, in an uproar for a woman that was in active labor in front of her nurses, wheeled out of a hospital and forced to give birth in her fucking car. And I don't want to hear shit else, but it's because she is a fucking black woman. The state of Indiana, do better. The country of America, do better. And you white ass fucking nurses do not need to be in healthcare if you don't know how to love and care for everybody. Black or brown. Or white, bitch. I'm over it. I'm tired of it. Stop putting God's favorite at risk because you knew you weren't chosen to be.
Black woman
Goodbye.
in Indiana was kicked out of Franciscan Health Crown Point Hospital. 8 minutes later, she gave birth to her child in her husband's truck.
My daughter's being kicked out of this hospital and she's in active labor.
The hospital's excuse is that she was only 3 centimeters dilated. That was the hospital's excuse. But if you look at the second clip that I inserted, she was in a lot of pain and literally crying tears. If for no other reason, she should have been admitted for being so far along in her pregnancy and in that much pain, and so much pain that she was crying tears. Now, when I posted the story about the woman in Texas, I tagged her mom in the post so that I was able to update you. I don't know the identity of this woman at all. That clip is from Threads. I hope that her family sees this post and we are able to identify this woman and get an update that her and the baby are okay, and get some information on the nurses that neglected to provide adequate care to her.
Black women, right now, you can go online and type in black women, just black women, and probably find at least 30, 40, 50 videos of the men that you are birthing, going through all of this, the men that you're birthing, while going through all of this online, talking about you, talking about your hair, how they want other women who are better than you, talking about your weight, talking about your looks, talking about calling you 304s, saying you baby mamas, like they're not the ones who helped you create those babies. These babies, creating themselves, that you're creating the men who are actively online helping the people who are doing this to you degrade you. Stomping your name in the ground. You're online defending them. Pygmies, we see you. We see you. You're online defending them. And you and their children are in these hospitals actively being mistreated, being taken out. And y'all are online still defending them, saying not all, not all. If it's not all, why isn't there any hospitals for you to be safe in? If it's not all, if there's so many men that love you and care about you, because if they loved you and cared about you, they would see stuff like this and stop making the videos that they're making online, that they've been making for the last 10, 15 years. And they would have a heart and see that you're going through worse stuff than them. They're going through things, but you are a woman and you are black. So you are getting double what they're getting. Everybody knows it. You're the most unprotected, and they are a big reason why you're the most unprotected in this world. And you're still risking your lives in so many ways to bring them here. Going against the women who are speaking like me and still getting pregnant to bring them here. Talking about us, calling us feminists, saying we hate black men. A lot of us don't even hate black men. We just love you. We love you. You get on our nerves because you're hard-headed like them, but we love you because you are a black woman. You birthed nations. You are the first woman. You birthed all of these people who are mistreating you, even the white people. All of these people came from you, and they don't even respect you, and you're still giving birth to them. Marinate on that.
This is the third video that I've seen total where a person of color was being treated unfairly or ignored. And honestly, this is scary. This shouldn't be happening like this. How do you send a laboring mother into a parking lot and not a delivery room? This is patient neglect. This is extremely dangerous. And this needs to be stopped immediately. Quite honestly, this should never happen to begin with. Nobody should be treated this way, especially when you're that vulnerable and you're in that much pain. So let me know how you feel about this in the comments. Also, how was your birthing experience? Did you have any issues with any hospital staff or anything crazy happening like this where you're just ignored? Because this is insane and these women don't deserve this. And neither did the man in my last video either.
Oh. This happened at Franciscan Health in Indiana. I don't understand what's going on here. For some reason, they discharged her. And I'm very curious to know that reason. So hopefully, we'll have answers from that.
Mind you, it ain't even really been 3 days since the last incident. If you can, black women really need to start seeking out doulas and trying to have at-home births. Because I've actually been looking at that to myself, and girl, I'm not married yet. I don't even have to worry about kids. I just know that when the time comes for me to have children, I'm not really comfortable going to the hospital. I've seen them neglect my own mother in the hospital, and I had to advocate for her. In not even a full week, we're seeing 2 videos back to back of black women being denied health care. We're seeing pregnant black women being denied medical care and medical service just out of pure racism. And again, it is not a new story. This alone goes back to the father of gynecology. So, imagine how many of these black women are denied medical care and how many of them are not being recorded. If you're in labor and the hospital sends you home and you give birth within the hour and all of this takes place within the hour, you definitely will be able to sue. And it's very funny to me that everybody's so pro-life, but there's a life sitting in front of you, 2 lives, the mother and the baby, and you're risking both the mother's life and the baby's life by letting her sit in fucking pain. You're not examining her, you're not checking. It could be something way worse than what you think it is by just looking at her and you just sitting there. Again, they don't do anything, and that's why we're always dying. If you're racist, stop going into fucking healthcare. Stop. The point is to help people, not help people that's dependent on their skin, their religion, their race, whatever the case may be. The point is for you to help people. So help
another one. This is another video of another pregnant lady who went to a hospital in Indiana. Clearly you can see that she was in pain in the wheelchair. So allegedly, after they checked her, due to lack of cervical progress, allegedly they kicked her out of the hospital. And then 8 minutes after leaving the hospital, the lady delivered her baby in her husband's truck. Let that settle in. Now, this is the second video this week that we have to watch of another pregnant lady in the similar situation. What is going on? Why is this happening lately? The second video this week, guys. I'm gonna post a picture of it somewhere around here, the screen, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But this is not right. Allegedly, she was kicked out of the hospital. Allegedly. Why? What is going on? Let me know in the comment section, what are your thoughts about this? What are you thinking? What are your thoughts? What is happening with our healthcare? I don't understand.
I'm begging black women. I'm begging y'all to realize the type of environment you are in, the type of environment we've always been in. Stuff like this is nothing new. Y'all can go back and they're probably scrubbing it from the internet, all of the stuff that they've done to us, and they've been taking the sound off of my videos for whatever reason. I've been having to delete videos and upload them, and they still don't have sound when I upload them on certain parts. But black women, you are in danger. As a mother, your instincts should be kicking in right about now. Remember the lady that they used for an incubator? Remember, these are 2 stories in less than a week. It's going to get worse. You are not in a safe environment to keep birthing children. You're not even in safe neighborhoods most of the time to keep birthing children because of the people that look like you, the males that look like you. Those males are waiting for the system to fall. They're online saying they're waiting for the system to fall so they can actually attack you even more. If y'all don't believe me, the videos probably aren't online now because they've been reported, but they were saying that. So I'm begging y'all for at least 5 years. If you're in your 30s, you can have kids into your late 30s. You can wait. Black women, y'all need to stop birthing. Go get your tubes tied if you have to. They're probably going to cut off birth control. I'm 42, but I'm still of childbearing age. I need to go get my tubes tied personally. I've been saying I'm going to go do it. I got the doctor. I just haven't called and made the appointment. I don't plan on getting pregnant again, but if you do, please, like, if you're in your mid-30s, you can wait 5 years. It's not going to kill you to not have kids in this system that only wants to abuse you and use you for your labor. I literally had to leave work when I saw this story on my last break. I had to leave work just to make this video and post it so that it can spread. Please share this video. My channel is not growing. I couldn't tell you why. Well, I can tell you why. But please share this video. Just share. And please stop having these babies, y'all. Please.
What goes